We can let our hair down. We can take our weave off. We can spin our wig around and around. And there will be a hairstylist in the congregation that can get you right, all back up again. So when you fall out, don't worry about it. They'll get the wig back straight and make sure you get yourself to church. Don't use that as an excuse because you're not going to sweat your weave out. We
I
have
know
some.
that's You sweat your weave out in the club, you might as well sweat your weave out for the Lord. Come on, ladies. If you don't twerk, twerk for Jesus. If you got to twerk, twerk for Jesus.
Yes. That would be a twist on it. Yeah.
Everybody need them.
Tramp stamps that say Jesus across the lower part of the back.
Represent.
Yeah.
Represent.
With a cross and the stem of the cross.
But you know what?
Down to the butt crack.
But if something happened, they'd be like, but he watching, yo. He watching. I'm sorry, miss. I ain't going to be able to do that.
Exactly.
But he
It'll
watching.
serve as a deterrent.
Pretty much. Hey, family, I am Lady Guns. That means I'm greatness under no stipulation and headed to church.
And to my left, far left.
Patrise.
Hi, Patrise.
Hey, Patrise.
And who might you be?
I am
A.
hairstylist at Vintage.
There we go.
She's learning. Vintage Hair Salon.
6903 East WT Harris, Charlotte, North Carolina 28215. Phone number 980-960-9966. Follow me on IG at Vintage Hair Salon 18.
Excellent.
And the branding lady herself is in the house.
Yes.
Denise, that's just branding time.
Yeah.
branding time.
It is branding time, y'all. That's why we here.
Mm-hmm.
But you can follow me on my Facebook. It's Branding Time Radio. Also, my hair page, which I love to do hair, is Global Tresses Virgin Hair for Facebook and Global Tresses Virgin Hair for Instagram.
We're excited about having you here. You've been traveling the world over,
Yes.
going here and there and everywhere. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your travels and what it is that you've been doing in order to help people in their growth and development?
Well, basically, what I've been doing is I have been traveling to different states. I travel and help different businesses, different salon owners, different barbershops. I help them brand their business. So I go in and I re-gut their whole mindset. Their way of doing business, their way
Like the
of
barber
branding.
whisperer, the branding whisperer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's a shirt.
You got it. The
So
branding
they already
whisperer.
know when I'm coming in. Here come the Brandon Whisperer.
Yeah.
But I love really doing that. I've been doing hair for almost 20 years. And told my age again. Did I just tell my age again? I didn't even do that. Okay, but anyway.
That means she's been doing it since she was 2.
Yeah, totally.
So
So, what really made me passionate about, branding in the barber and beauty industry, because we are always forgot about. They think that we just come in, do people hair, and that's all we want to do. But we have more than that to offer. We have a passion of just loving people and bringing them back to life. Also, we also want to come off from behind the chair, because God just doesn't instill hair into us just to do hair. He instills a lot of other gifts in us. And I really just go hard in helping a barber, a cosmetologist, or an esthetician, or a braider bring that out of themselves, because they get kind of down, and they be like, well, I guess I just be behind the chair all my life. No, there's greatness within you. Yeah. There's more than that in you than just doing hair. You have so many gifts. Let's tap into those gifts and let's see what that is, whether it be helping the community for one, because a lot of the times we be behind the chair and we be like, well, where's my clients at? Well, did you go to the basketball game?
right.
Did you go to the cheerleading game? Did you go to the track meet? Did you donate some cleats?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
did you donate to the coach? Did you do anything at the community center? Did you do free hair for the kids that don't have parents that have the money? Did you do any of those things? They'd be like, well, you know what, I didn't. Well, let's think about that.
Right.
Think about who you wanted somebody to be when you were little and you didn't get a chance to get your hair done.
Right.
Right.
You didn't get a chance to have cleats. You didn't get a chance to have a shirt for a basketball game or whatever. So you have to go back to basics. And so that's what I really like to do. As far as the barbers and the cosmetologists, teach them first that it's mainly about the community, because that's a lot of the times we forget about the community when we're behind the
Absolutely.
chair, and we feel like, okay, we just
And then the
doing
community
hair.
will forget about you.
And then the community will
as
forget
well.
about us too,
Right.
until it's time. Okay, we got 10 college students and they don't have the money to get haircuts. Then they think about us, and then we feel used.
Right.
You don't have to feel used. If
Right.
you know, if
That
you
you're
know
already
just
doing
literally
that, if
on
you're
the
already-
list to help the community, that's when God makes room for your gift. That's when you get all the clients. That's how I got all the clients. You know, I'm in it plenty of times when I, wasn't no money coming in.
Right.
And God told me, you got to dig deep. You got to give before you get. Before I had
you
anybody come
receive.
sit in your chair, kind of got complacent.
Right.
And God had to remind me that hair was my ministry. Now, it may not be to some people,
Right.
but for me, God had reminded me that was my ministry. And I take that to heart.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That
It's
is
my
true.
ministry, and it's a ministry that God gave me. And so I'm really, really, really passionate about it.
Right.
I'm passionate about each and every person that sit in my chair.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about each and every person I go help in the community. I go hard for it because I know what it's like not to have your hair done, going to
Yeah.
school. I know what it's like to be talked about when your hair is not done, and
I was that way
etc.
as a young child.
Can you can
I grew up,
piggyback off that?
We grew up in the projects, and both my parents were on drugs, and my grandma was raising me, so they weren't. My grandparents, they couldn't really do much, but yeah, I ran around with a nappy head. I did. I experienced that, and when my mom got herself together and stuff like that. So then I started going to the salon regularly, and when I was doing my sister hair, I kind of learned to start having a passion for it. Then, even my mom, because I was gonna go to the military, and then 9/11 hit. She was like, "No, why don't you go to hair school? You do good hair." And I just
You did, and that was it. Right.
That's
I know when
amazing.
I work with clients sometime, I think about the scripture when Jesus asked the disciples, well, who do men say that I am? And I always challenge them, who do people say that you are? And if they say you're a hairstylist, and that's period, that's it, that's not good, because you're more than that.
right. Like
If they say, right, if you're a hairstylist, an entrepreneur, a community activist, like what are not necessarily the accolades, but what am I tied to? Who am I connected to? Not only will it automatically build your business and your brand, but you'll understand that you don't get that burnout. I get burned out when I'm not outputting, when I don't have some sort of outlet to give back. And I'm not talking about just my work, but my ministry, my worship, my singing, whatever I do at church. Literally, although I'm doing it, it literally fills me back up.
Right.
It's my well that I run to. And if there's somebody that has a need and I have the ability to do so, again, in the middle of the week, because it ain't Sunday, I've got a well that I can glean from, because I don't believe that God allow us to just pour out and never ever get back again.
That's so true.
When you were talking about giving, I've always been of the belief that it's always better to give than to receive, because it's a cyclical effect. When you're sowing seeds like the farmer, eventually there will be a harvest. It's undoubtable, not necessarily knowing in what way we'll get back that harvest, but knowing that a harvest will come in our particular area of need, because we've sown seeds, because we've given out to other people, because we put a smile on somebody's face, because we said a word of encouragement, because we gave somebody a hug, because we helped somebody and gave them some dollar bills and that kind of stuff. When we help other people, when we encourage and love on other people, then that is what strengthens us, and that's what builds
That's true.
us, especially as entrepreneurs. Because we always want people to support us, but how many people are we supporting?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We always want people to give us money, but how many people are we supporting in those same arenas? You know, we take our money, we give it to the man, but we won't put it back in our community, and then we wonder how come people aren't giving it to us. Well, you aren't exercising it, so why should they be exercising it? So practice what you preach in that regard. And if we do that, then we'll be more successful as entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
And with you saying that, that's why I like WDRB Media. We do so much in the community. It's like, okay, that was my thing right there, because I feel like if I meet anybody and I ask you that one thing, well, what are you doing with your gift? Like, I know you got a 9 to 5, but what are you doing from your 5 to 2? Like, what are you doing? And they be like, I'll be like, are you going to Trinity? Are you doing anything in the community?
Right.
And if they say, well, I really don't really want to have nothing to do with you, because it feels like you just being a little bit selfish.
Right.
But with WDRB Media, you have WDRB Media, they're like at every event. Like, they at
There's an
every
opportunity to be a
community
blessing.
event. I'm talking about from feeding the homeless to giving back to the deltas. We was giving back to the deltas, to sororities, fraternities. I even met, and this was amazing to me, I went to an event that you guys had, that WDRB Media had, Profit and Growth Hour had. And I met this young lady, and they were talking about mental illness. Now, had I not met her, it wouldn't have connected the dots for me. Had they not have been doing that event for the community, it wouldn't have never had helped me connect the dots. And see, that's what I love about WDRB Media, because it helps you connect the dots to your life, to your destiny, and to your purpose. And I think that is so vital and so important, because I've been with a lot of radio stations, and I've been around a lot of radio personnel, and now it's like, okay, we're just doing it just because the radio station told us to do it. It's gonna do it. No, it's not like that with the Profit and Growth Hour. It's not like that with WDRB Media. It's like, okay, listen, we're gonna do this till everybody gone. Are we the last ones?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just amazing to me. They making sure everybody else is, taken care of. And then it's okay. Now we can go.
And what's so cool, a couple of weeks ago, we were at National Night Out.
Yeah.
So we were in the community, and we were there with the Sheriff's Department and everything else. WSOC Channel 9 was there, and we were having a wonderful time. But when I go out to these events, it creates an opportunity for me to get information to be able to share back with family members, friends, and listeners. There are people that I've come across that don't have life insurance, that don't have health insurance.
Right.
The Mecklenburg County Health Clinic was there, and they do free health services.
And I of that.
Right, so it's like you have people that are sick, that have issues and problems, and there are organizations that will give you full-blown professional help, blood panels, screenings, tests, the whole 9, in order to keep you healthy, but you just don't know that it exists because you're not there. The library was there. We were able to speak with them. There was even an after-school program, completely free. Completely free.
Absolutely.
After school, they'll take care of your kids. They'll help them with their homework. They'll do the tutoring and everything else. These are free services that are available, that are provided, and it just kills me when people talk about, I didn't know that existed, and I didn't know that was it. Just because you don't know that it existed doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. People think that if it's not in their little world, that it doesn't exist. But the world is bigger than you. You need to get outside of your home, outside of your block, outside of your city, outside of your state. There are things that are happening all over the country. There are decisions that are being made all over the country that affect you, but yet you're not at the table, and you back complaining about how come things are being done a certain way. If you're not at the table, you probably was for dinner.
And see, that's the great thing about WDRB Media, is that they're going to help you get to the table.
Absolutely.
We're not hiding nothing from you. It's been many a times where I've been with media stations, radio stations, and they're like, okay, this table's for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can
Right,
come
they
to this
just not
table.
on one,
This
right.
table is mine.
They got your kitty. They got your
your
kitty table in the corner
got your
over there,
kitty table in the corner.
right there with
You
your
know,
chicken nuggets and French fries.
Not with WDRB Media, the Profit and Growth Hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's all about everybody as a whole. Like, y'all come on out. Y'all come
Right.
help us volunteer. Come on, bring your cards. You know, bring your
right.
business
Bring your
card.
stuff.
Bring
That's right.
your business, what you doing, and how you just bring everything that you got so that we
With
can
you.
help you grow, so that we can continue to help the community.
Right.
Because if you ain't with the community, it's just like, and this is
missing
my
out on
motto,
everything.
you die.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally.
That's true because it is a lifeline.
It's
Yeah.
like
That
And
absolutely
it is what feeds you.
Yeah.
And if you're not connected to the lifeline, the community, then you're not being fed and you're not going to grow.
this is true.
Absolutely.
How can people follow you, get in contact with you?
You can follow me on Facebook. I have my Facebook page as Denise Granberry. And then I also have another I have 3 Facebook pages. One is Brandon Time Radio, and then I also have another one it's Global Tresses Virgin Hair. I also have my Instagram, which is Global Tresses Virgin Hair as well.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And I am Patrise, Vintage Hair Salon, 6903 East WT Harris, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28215. Phone number 980-960-9966. Follow me on IG at Vintage Hair Salon 18. Follow me on Facebook at Vintage Hair Salon LLC.
Family, we're excited that you have tuned in to this another Profit and Growth segment. Once again, we're always looking for you to be involved, get involved, stay connected, be it church, be it civic organizations, be it in the hair salon, wherever it is that people are gathering is where you need to be. And you don't need to be the thermometer, you need to be the thermostat. So when you walk into the room, you actually set the temperature for that particular environment, because you do have influence, you have power. We just need to give you some access so that you can walk through the doors and let your light shine. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. Excellent. Thank you. We are good.
Time to eat.
Yeah.
Let's come with mine.
Yeah.
I think it was both of us.
Okay.
Mine being grab.
I was trying to hold my breath and make sure.
Okay. So here's your